That time again, huh? Alright, let's get to it. What is up, guys, and welcome to another Minecraft video. It has been a very long time since I did a Minecraft video, let alone a Minecraft video that was a tutorial. I remember my last tutorial was a redstone video, but who watches redstone videos nowadays? It's all about the iron farms. Yeah. So my last iron farm video kind of went pretty well in comparison to all my other videos. I still get comments on those videos as well. And seeing as how 1.15 is out, and I've done a bit of research on the new iron farm, I'm just gonna show you guys how to build it, as well as explain a little bit of how everything works. So layout wise, this is all you need. You need a 12 by 12 area where your villagers are going to be in the corners, which are these brown blocks here. And you can see the red. This is the distance they need to be separated from each other. So a 10 blocks distance, that's not too bad. And you may see 6 blocks here, but underneath is red as well. I just needed a differentiation because it's a little bit of a setup. But the 10 block distance thing I will explain once we get things built up a little bit. So let me go ahead and clear everything. There we go. And this is what we'll need. We're gonna need 12 cartography tables, 12 stone bricks, 12 beds, 16 trapdoors, of course 12 villagers, and that's just for this area. So let's go ahead and grab these, and I'm gonna build one corner and then do a little cutty cut and then build the other corners. So put the cartographer tables here. Can get rid of that. And then the 12 stone bricks are for here. Trapdoors, so that way they don't go anywhere for the villagers. Ooh. And then for this whole thing, you'll need some building blocks. So just get random building blocks. I'm just going to use stone brick because it's what I have and it's easy to use. And you want to do a setup kind of like this. Put the beds there, and then your villagers right in here. So your villagers will be in here for forever. Yay! And this is the setup for your villagers that you'll need on all 4 corners. So I'm going to go ahead and build all 4, the other 3, and I will be right back. Alright, so I got all 4 of them built. All 4 of them have the 3 villagers each, so this is what your initial setup is going to look like without the top or the zombies. So villagers have changed quite a bit, and now they don't need a village per se in order to spawn iron golems, now they just need a bed and a work type. So the cartographer tables are actually going to be the easiest ones to grab, I guess. You can do whatever job you want. The cartographer are just the easiest ones, and they actually look a little nicer. So that's why they're being used here. And before you ask, you can actually do just one set of 3 villagers, and you can produce iron golems. But this way it's a little bit more efficient. You get a bit more just on one layer, because you can layer this up. You just got to remember that it's going to be 10 block spacing. So the villagers have this little distance that they have in which they talk. So within a 10 block distance, they can talk to each other. And that's why you separate them 10 blocks away from each other. So this is white only because I'm using beds. I'm using white beds, and I just wanted to color coordinate. But underneath you can see that red. So the red is how far they're gonna talk to each other. So starting from this block, you count all the way down to 10, and then you can add another block. And that's why we have the beds here, so that way they cannot get out of this area except to sleep. And they only talk to each other when they're out of the bed. So this will never be a factor of which they will not be able to talk, or that they will be able to talk to each other when they're in the beds. So there is nothing to worry about that. Now, how exactly are you going to want them to spawn iron golems is a little different, and especially way different than my last video. So in order for them to, of course, spawn iron golems, they need a job. That's why we have the tables. But they also need to have set a place for them to sleep. Now, this being a test world of an infinite daytime, they will never sleep. So this farm is never going to work. I can for sure set the time to night. They will sleep, set it back to day, and there we go. However, I'm not going to do that on this world, only because I have another world which my iron golems are being produced quite frequently, and I'm just a little lazy, just a little lazy. Anyways, next we want the zombies. And however you want to procure your zombies, you just got to make sure that they will not despawn. Name them, give it an item, whatever. Because these are what's gonna get the villagers to get scared and talk to each other and try to get them to spawn a iron golem. There we go. Alright, so for that you'll need 16 glass, 2 zombies, and of course 2 blocks in which they're going to be standing on. So we're going to grab these, and I technically don't need that because I already got it in my hotbar. So what we're going to want to do is, okay, so that's eye level. We're going to go one higher. So what I like to do is keep that eye level of which the zombie is going to see the villagers, and the villagers are going to see the zombie. I like to keep that clear, so that way there is no way in any world that they're going to be obstructed from all this. Stupid villager coming from another area. Where is it? Flint steel, there we go. Avert your eyes, villagers. Avert them. You must burn because you are disturbing my video. Burn. There we go. Fill those back in. There we go. Now we got a nice clear space. Now I know it was a little cruel, but hey, what are you gonna do? Minecraft is cruel that way. Alright, so we got our spots in which we're gonna have the zombies. Cover up where this is just temporary because you will have a platform above just for this demonstration. I'm gonna have a cover so that way they don't burn. And seeing as how it's a demonstration, I'm not even gonna name them. I'm just gonna do a little bit of stuff. Alright, so this is essentially an optional thing, which I do have the setup for that, and I will be going over later in the video. But for now, I'm not going to. I'm just going to do this so that way I have them down, and you can see that they're relaxed. All of them are relaxed. They don't see the zombies whatsoever, like at all. So, and there we go. Place a lever here. Press down. There we go. And then once it comes up, they'll start panicking. There you go. They're starting to panic. Now, again, because they haven't slept in a bed, they're not going to be spawning any zombie villagers. Not zombie villagers, oh my gosh. Iron golems. Jeez. Alright, so I'm going to pop over to my other world, and we're going to see this fully in action. Alright, so here is what I showed y'all that I built in action. So you have the zombie villager, or the zombies, you have the villagers, and then you have the iron golems, which are burning down here. There we go. And this actually produces a lot of iron. So I have had this thing maybe an hour and a half in total because I've been doing other things. As you can see over here, there goes a golem, and there's no villagers over here, but there's villagers over here. So you could theoretically just have one set of 3 villagers, a zombie, and then have a platform in which the golems can spawn and do whatever kind of collection system you want. Now, what is this down here? This is a very rudimentary clock, or an etho clock. I do hope I used that right. I think it's an etho clock. It's been a little while. I just made a clock that I knew would work. Oop. Anyways, this clock has, I think, 69 items in the hoppers that go between each other and just make a system, and I will go over that in just a moment. But what it does is it raises the zombies up so that way the villagers can see them, and then it scares them in order to spawn the iron golems. They stay up for a certain amount of time, so that way if, like you saw, there was only one golem, it hasn't enough time for them to spawn more. Sometimes they won't, sometimes they will. While over here, you can see that this zombie is up the whole time. There is no clock system, it is just up. So whenever the villagers decide that it needs another golem, like so, they'll just spawn another golem. So you can have it both ways. Bless me. Sorry for the cut. Anyways, you can have it either way, not both ways, either way. You can have it both ways, but either way. And you see there was 4. That's the normal drop rate that you're going to get. And that's just for one layer. The maximum you can have for one layer, doing it this way, is 4. So that is really good. And again, a crap ton of iron.
And the killing and collection system is going to be different for everybody, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Everybody has their own way they want to kill the golems, the own way they want to collect the resources, so that is to your discretion. All I am showing you guys up here is the actual area. So we're going to pop over back to... there's another 4. As you can see, it is actually pretty quick and very, very effective. Anyways, let's pop back over and I'll show you guys what I'm doing with this, the clock. Alright, back over here. This won't work, but we don't care about that. You guys already saw that it was working. And you guys might also have seen I had end rods on the ends here. That was just for lighting, because I did have a problem where a zombie spawned right in here, killed my villagers, and yeah, it was not a good time. So have some sort of lighting, probably here or even down here, just something to help light up the area so zombies don't spawn with your villagers. Gosh, I can't speak. Anyways, here is my clock. And as you can see, this one's running. It has a couple of extra pieces that a lot of them don't have, but that was because I was having an update issue, because it went too quickly and the tick went too quickly and the piston stayed extended and didn't get updated quick enough. So I put pistons on these sides to update the pistons here, so that way they would never get stuck. Anyways, what you will need for this is 2 comparators, 4 pistons, 1 redstone block, 2 repeaters, 2 hoppers, 16 redstone dust, 69 of any random block, and 17 blocks that you like to build redstone on. That's not including what's in the ground, that's just the actual building off of the ground. So do try to account for that whenever you have your resources, although if you're used to redstone, you'll know that, yeah, you might want more blocks than what is normally necessary. Anyways, this is the clock. This is how you're going to set it up. You're going to put 2 hoppers facing into each other, redstone block on top of one of them, pistons on the outsides, and 1 block up from the hoppers, so that way it pushes the redstone block. And then from here you're going to put comparators on the side of each hopper, and then redstone dust going out from there. Now you can change the timing, you could change all this. This is just the way I set it up. I set it up to where it is long enough for the zombies to be up in this area. The villagers can see and get scared and whatnot. And then once it hits that 69, this will power this block. Redstone repeater will detect that it has even a minute amount of power. It'll grab it, power this block, which will power these redstones dust. There, yeah, redstone dust. It's been a little while. Ugh. We'll power the redstone dust. The redstone dust will power this block, and in turn will power this piston and pushing it, as you saw over here. Now it's the exact same thing for the other side, so it's just a mirror. Now I have this block here because this clock system isn't just going to be connected to itself, it needs to be connected to something else for it to be functional. And for that, we have it connected to the piston system that's going to be controlling the zombies right here, whether they're going to be up or down. So this may be a little different depending on how far you spread out or just how you want to do the redstone itself. But the easiest way was to come over from here place a redstone here, and then I actually shouldn't have done this. This was me being an ignorant fool. So the way the comparators work, it goes by strength and how many blocks it is sensing. Doing it this way would have kind of been rough on one side. So this way, both sides go up at the same exact time. Once the redstone comparator strength goes down to this point, they will come down. The villagers have that time to relax, and then you have that whole time of it coming down and then switching, going all the way up, coming down, and then go all the way up again. You have that whole time for the villagers to reset in order to make more golems. Cool? Seem easy? Not really? Well, it's actually easier than the last one to try and comprehend, because the last one, you had to make a village, and how to make a village was a little complicated. How far you had to be was 64 blocks, yada yada, and just so many things kept going wrong with it. People were having things go wrong with theirs, and it was kind of a struggle. But with this one, it is super easy, super simple. So, how do you want to do the spawning area? Just like this? Well, it's a little different for other people as well. So, because I have all this redstone down here, I'm making them go to the side. If you didn't have the redstone and you just had them up the whole time, you could have them float to the center, drop down. I have them float to the side, drop down, float to the center, and then drop down again. So again, to y'all's discretion. It is how it is and how you guys want to test things out. But my spawning platform is 12 by 14. 12 by 14. So you got 12 going this way and then 14 going this way. And then as you can see, the golems spawn in the water, drop down, and then they are good. So just from being on this world for a couple of minutes, we've already saw 3 cycles. So they refresh fairly quickly and are able to spawn quite a bit of golems. So this is a very, very nice iron farm. Now, I don't exactly know who originally created this. It's been uploaded by different people, and the person I normally watch for tutorials like this, I didn't even see this particular iron golem farm from them. So I'm just like, I don't know who to credit this to, because there's way too many sources and way too many different ways of doing it, and it's a little too much. So if I can find like the original source for this, I'll put it down in the description. If not, I will just keep it like so. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Let me know how this farm works for you guys down in the comments, because I actually enjoy reading how you guys are trying to use it, or if it works or if it doesn't. If it doesn't, I can help you guys out. But I tried to explain this as best as possible, and doing my own research and doing a lot of testing myself. I'm hoping that what I have given y'all helps you guys make this farm and make it to where it is a powerhouse for you guys. So one last tidbit or information: it can be stacked. You can stack it multiples. You just have to remember the 10 block rule. So starting from this block, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks up, and then make a whole new one, and just keep stacking it, and you'll have tons of iron golems. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this. Bye.